Hey guys, I'm Mark Scott. Thanks for checking out another voiceover tip. This week I want to talk to you about something a little bit different, something a little bit outside of traditional voiceover discussion. I want to talk to you about the way that you think about money and whether or not the way that you think about money could be having an impact on your voiceover success. Go back with me to 2012. I'm working in corporate radio, the job that I've dreamed about having for my entire career. I've been there for just a few months when all of a sudden at the end of January, I get corporately downsized. And all of a sudden I find myself unemployed with absolutely no clue what I'm going to do next. The only thing I know for sure is I don't want to go back to radio. I've been working in radio for almost 20 years at this point, and it's just not as much fun as it used to be. Now, I've been doing voiceover on the side ever since I started in radio. And it's always just been one of those things that I did for a little bit of extra spending money or just because some opportunities presented itself, but I'd never actually pursued it as a career. Now, I find myself in a situation where I'm unemployed and in need of a job. I know I don't want to go back to radio, so maybe voiceover is what I'm going to do. So at that point, I make the decision that one way or another, I am going to figure out how to become a full-time voice actor and support myself and make a living. My prayer at that time was very simple. God, just let me pay my bills. I need to make enough money to pay my bills. And that is honestly where my head was at. All I cared about was being able to make enough money to pay my bills. Now, I was working insane hours at this point in my career. I was on every pay-to-play site. I was auditioning for just about every single job. I was probably spending on any given day anywhere from 8 to 12, maybe sometimes even 14 hours a day in the studio, auditioning my brains out for every opportunity. I was desperate. And all I wanted to do was make enough money to pay my bills. Every day, I would wake up in the morning and say, God, today, give me enough money to pay my bills. Fast forward now, we're in March of 2013. I'm preparing my tax return for 2012. Do you know what I discovered? I can't remember the exact number, but it was around $15,000 I made in 2012. Do you know what happened? I made exactly the amount of money that I needed to pay my bills. I mean, I sat down and broke down the numbers and figured out exactly what my monthly expenses were. And I literally walked away with like a couple $100 extra spending cash. But basically, in 2012, I got exactly what I asked for. I made enough money to pay my bills. That was when it was time for me to realize that I needed to reevaluate the way that I was thinking about money, the way that I felt about money, and some of the limiting beliefs that I had about money. I needed to blow those up if I was going to have any attempt or any hope of finding success in voiceover or any industry for that matter. So I started reading a lot of books. I started trying to work really hard intentionally on changing the limiting beliefs that I had about money. And do you know what happened? In 2013, I more than doubled my income. In 2014, I nearly doubled my income again. In 2015, this is the year that I feel like I might finally make it to 6 figures as a voiceover actor. In just a couple of years, and one of the big reasons why was because I changed the limiting beliefs that I had about money. So think about it. Think about how you feel about money. If you have any limiting beliefs or any negative thoughts or attitudes towards money, that could be one of the things that is holding you back from success in your voiceover business. So what do you guys think? Could it be possible that limiting beliefs or negative attitudes about money could be holding you back from success in your voiceover career? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave them in the comments below and let's get a dialogue going. Don't forget, you can connect with me on social media. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. You can also check out my voiceover blog at markscottvoiceover.com. And if you want free voiceover tips, tricks, and advice delivered to your inbox every week, sign up for my newsletter at newsletter.markscottvoiceover.com.